Right.
5.
You still count.
4.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome everybody back to the Built Different podcast. We doing another NBA episode. I'm here with Tom. I'm here with Sin. We got a big announcement to make, right?
Yes, sir. So,
Sorry.
you're fired. Officially, we would like to welcome Sin onto the official podcast team.
Yes.
He's made a couple appearances.
Who the fuck is Sin?
We love him. We love the attraction that he brings to the podcast. We love his ideas. Love the I personally dude can just make me laugh. Anyone that can make me laugh is just
Son is hitting
up.
on him.
Man.
That's why I had to sit in the middle today.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Matt.
Love the blazer.
Yeah, Matt's gonna have to speak to the HR team because he did not get the memo.
I didn't get the
at
memo.
all.
I didn't
My
know it
biggest
was...
day.
Right. Like, you don't care about your friend now?
So yeah, just throw the red hoodie on. And then he wore a Red Sox
I knew
hat.
he was gonna fucking say
He
it.
wore a fucking Red Sox hat on my
It had
first
to
day.
match the 13.
I don't
Damn, man. Did you... I'm gonna have to check the camera. Did you get your foot above the table?
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway,
All right.
guys, we're here with an
You
NBA
guys know we
episode.
don't know how to act. Sorry.
Yeah, we gonna get right into it.
Professionalism.
What we got for this first one? We got. What the fuck do we got? 1 second.
All right, I got it. All right,
Yeah,
so...
high score.
Yeah, so, on this episode, the 27th edition of the NBA podcast,
27.
we're obviously going to talk about the big scoring games. We're going to talk about the All-Star stars. We're going to talk about bum-ass Doc Rivers. We're going to talk about trades. We're going to talk about top 5 teams, players, redrafts, second-rounders, draft. We have a lot for you this episode, so make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, sell your souls, get on the train.
He lost his
because this is going to be a fire episode.
Absolutely.
100
So,
fucking
I'm on 10. The
percent.
Knicks are winning. You know how I am when the Knicks are winning. But go.
Yo, this is like the first... No, let's talk about that like really, really fast.
Knicks are
This
nice
is the
right now,
first
bro.
time in my life I actually believe in my basketball.
Nah, they're
team.
nice. They're good.
I am
bro.
25 years of age. Gonna be 26 in a couple months.
Damn. The youngest at the table.
Right?
Whoa, what are you talking about? I'm 22.
I am
52.
very happy to be a Knicks fan. If the
Absolutely.
Knicks get out of the first round this year, you will see me in the streets of New York City. Bing bong!
All
You
right.
know, don't
right.
you wish you were on the Knicks, KD? Yeah, don't you
Don't
wish
you
you
wish
were on the
Knicks?
Talk about it.
I'm
We
gonna
said
be
they were
there.
going to the finals. It won't be against the Lakers, but we're still going to the finals. Sorry.
Yeah, man. What's going on with that?
Sorry.
We didn't even have the Lakers in the
You
script.
shut the fuck up. In the car, I said it's going to be a Laker-free episode. Why the fuck did you do
I
that?
forgot.
You didn't fucking
I
forget
forgot.
a thing.
We don't have to bring up
All right,
a
but
personal behind the scenes.
You already know
business.
you already know my feelings. Trade everybody. The experiment's done. We
The
got a
referee.
ring off of it.
So you're saying trade LeBron James?
Everybody.
This
Except
is-
for Austin Reeves, I like the white.
I need you to say
What kind of shit is that? Trade everybody but
Austin
Austin.
Reeves is insane.
I like the white boy.
I'm gonna ask you. So on camera, you're saying trade LeBron James, the leading scorer in NBA history, one of the greatest players to ever play this
see
game.
what he be doing?
And grace the
You
court.
see what I say?
You want
You
one of the
You would trust him.
a top.
You would
I'm
trust
just
him.
asking.
I'm taking it
You
all
want
unless we
a
pause.
top 5, arguably a top 5 player ever.
Imagine putting him down to a top
Mount
5.
Mount Rushmore player.
Arguable?
To be traded.
Arguable?
Arguably a Mount Rushmore player
Arguable?
to be traded. That's what you want. This is some true Laker fan shit. Laker Nation.
We need to get the value out of him as we could. He's already breaking down.
He's 39 and still the best player on your team. That's insane.
Arguably.
Man. You didn't even say
Arguably.
Anthony Davis, the person who's.
I said everybody.
Oh, you did, but
I literally said everybody. You brought up LeBron's
You
name.
let
I
me
didn't
finish.
say LeBron.
You didn't say Anthony Davis' name specifically. The
'Cause
guy
I
who
think
has
everyone
continuously let the
This isn't in the
organization down.
script, everyone.
I know it's not.
Look at the
But
script.
I told you I was not going to let you slide out of here without Laker Nation.
Tyranny. It's his first day on the job.
Am I getting rolled up? Am I getting rolled up? It was in the contract not to talk about the Lakers. I think you put that in there. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
I think I'm HR at this point, so no.
It switches every week.
NBA players, they're on crack now all of a
Oh,
sudden.
Jesus Christ.
We went from unders dominating
Unders?
to
Sorry.
now overs are
Cookie
dominating
Monster.
in the
Shout out to
league.
all our
So
gamblers out there.
Joel Embiid scores 70, wild, right? On the same night, Cat scores 62 and a loss. And then Luka scores 73, and in the same night in a loss, Booker scored 62. And you know what I find most funny about those 4 performances exactly? Embiid always one-ups Cat, no matter what.
Of course.
But the funniest part
soft.
was Luka one-upping Book, because he always does that as well.
Yeah.
So,
And you want to know a funny stat?
Didn't he just lose the Book?
Huh?
No, it's just like higher scoring. That's all. That's what.
No,
he
I
means.
know. I'm just asking the Mavericks. They just lost to the.
That's fine.
Didn't-
We'll see what happens in the
Did
playoffs.
Devin Booker lose in the conference
I
finals?
just asked a question. Oh my gosh, the hostility.
But you know what's a funny
Team
stat
Luka
about
over
Devin
here.
Booker? Yes. Devin Booker is the only player to ever score 50, 60, and 70, and all 3 of them being a loss.
Damn.
Reminds me of those Kobe Bryant stretches.
Where he won. Where he was.
You sure he won all those stretches when he was averaging 40
Most.
and all
No,
that?
he won.
Is
He won
undefeated
most.
in his high scoring games?
Of course not.
Oh, okay. I just
But you know who
I
is
was just
undefeated
checking.
in the law? You know who's undefeated and always losing? Devin Booker. Anyway,
I don't know about that, but okay.
in those high scoring games, yeah,
Because Luka's winning rings, I forgot. But
he's younger.
So is
he's
Devin
younger,
Booker, man.
Yeah, he's younger.
No. But, so
Shout out to
which
D-Book.
one...
Lakers
Lakers
are being-
NBA player to watch a built different story.
Shout out
Oh,
Devin
that's
Booker.
right. You know what,
Shout out
Devin Booker? Yeah.
Shout
We
out
love
Devin-
you.
Hey,
Put
yo.
that out there.
I'm a Devin Booker fan. I've supported Devin Booker on this pod over him and Vashon many of times. But we talking about Devin Booker over Luka, which that's just not gonna fly. And shout out to Lakers being up on the Warriors right now.
How much is Luka separating himself? I'm gonna get back to the strip. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
So who's next to have a big game, do you guys think?
Not
Who's-
Dame. He's trash this year. I'm a
New
dickhead.
system.
Who's the next person that's putting up 60, 70?
He said that. I'm gonna go with Dame.
No, yeah, I wouldn't. No, of course, Dame is
He's
always.
due for a breakout.
Yeah, first off, he's due, but he's always ready to just go the fuck off at any given moment. And he's capable. It's not just that he's ready, he's capable of doing it. So I would not be shocked if it was Dame again. Wouldn't be shocked if it was somebody like Mitchell again with all the injuries on the Cavs.
I'm going Trae Young. The reason I'm going Trae Young is
Damn.
Dejounte Murray is going to be gone soon.
Yeah, he
And
is.
this is just going to be the trade for him.
Yo, in the
that's
fucking in the Luka game at the end where it was really close, did you see Quinn Snyder on the sideline and Dejounte Murray going up the floor screaming at him multiple plays up the floor, bro?
Nah.
I was watching that game live and I see him just because people were making mistakes on the other end, Jalen Johnson fouling, even though Jalen Johnson had a great game, and just multiple mistakes. So Dejounte Murray multiple times up the floor where he's just taking in the ball, he's screaming at Quinn Snyder, screaming at him. I'm like,
I just want to ask.
He's
about
out of
that.
there.
What does he have to be so passionate about? He's on his way out the door. What could he possibly care about that?
he's
much?
always passionate. Remember when he was trying to bully Paulo
I was about to
Banchero
bring that
in the offseason right after he got drafted?
different circumstance, but it does.
But it's
allude
just
to the
it
fact
alludes
that
that he's just always passionate. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think lately DeJounte's really just trying to prove to a winning team that he can come fit in and shit. Because this
I mean,
Atlanta...
he's had a good season. A good
Oh yeah,
two
for
seasons,
sure. It's just
so
this
it's
Atlanta
just-
experiment is. I
was
said it in the
never gonna
offseason. I think it's over. Like they got to the Eastern Conference Finals and they blew their best shot then.
To me, for the Hawks, my fault.
No,
to
you good.
maximize DeJounte the best you could in that type of system, you had to use him as the point guard and try to make Trae more off ball because DeJounte Murray then when you put him into the system, he sacrifices defense to get better on offense to become an off ball player because Trae had the ball more. If to maximize him and the rest of the team, you needed him to be on ball and still be defensive, and then Trae to develop the off-ball mentality like a Steph Curry and given. We saw that he couldn't, that Trae isn't really the best off-ball guy, so we get that that's why it didn't happen.
Again, that
But
sucks.
to me, it's just like that's the only way this could have worked. And
Spurs finessed.
yes.
The
100%.
Spurs absolutely
Did you
finessed.
see the rumors that they're willing to they
Take
want to
DeJounte
get
back.
DeJounte
For-
back
and it's gonna be for a
pennies
lot
on the
less.
dollar. Yeah, pennies on the dollar, bro.
It's gonna two things. One, they both sucked off ball.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was just Trae Young, but I don't know if that.
This year, DeJounte Murray showed a lot better off ball comparative to last year.
I was getting
comparative.
I don't know when he started to look bad to me off ball. Could it have been due to the discrepancy between both of them? That's one thing. I think that played a part. I don't think they fuck with each other. I'll be honest. I don't think there's a lot of.
I don't think
I
they
just
don't.
think-
They didn't fuck with each other from the beginning.
I just think their styles just clash. Not that they're
That
too
too.
similar; they're just too different.
Did you guys see
Did
you guys see? Yeah, my apologies. Did you guys ever see the first interview that they had, like days after Dejounte was
I
traded? That shit
probably
was
did,
so
but
awkward.
I just didn't give a fuck.
It was very awkward.
It was never a splash to me. It was never
Yeah.
like, oh, this is something.
Well,
I gotta
because,
pay
like,
attention to
both
or
of
be
these
concerned
players-
about whatsoever.
Yeah, like Trae Young, he's a guy that needs the ball in his hands. He's gonna score. He's gonna assist. Dejounte Murray, he's also coming to be a guy. But he's also coming into being a guy that also needs the ball in his hands.
100%.
Because when the ball's in his hands, you see like he's a triple double machine.
Need in terms of the situation, the circumstance. Like, how effective are these players when it comes to that? Like, isn't it more situational based?
Yeah, but like Dejounte Murray, he's more of a slasher. He's more of a ball in his hands. He's passing it out to the three. He's going inside with it.
Especially his
So he's a
last
bigger
year.
jet team.
Because especially
Which
his
means-
last year in San Antonio, he was an all defensive type player. I'm pretty sure one of his last
gonna
2
be
years
fun.
in San Antonio, he was an all defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he made the team, and he was one of the leaders in assists that year. And his assist to
Spurs are
turnover
perfect.
ratio was phenomenal. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like top 10 in the league that year. So he is better on ball.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, you couldn't. I get why they didn't do it in Atlanta. I just think it would have been the best case scenario if they tried to do it that way.
So just to get rid of this topic here, who should
To
acquire?
get rid of it.
Who should acquire Dejounte Murray?
That's what I was gonna go back to say. I think for one, organizations know what they do,
Yeah.
and a lot of
What
times
do
we
you
don't
mean?
put a light on them. In terms of, I think they knew that shit wasn't gonna work.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do believe owners actually speak like, "Hey, this motherfucker's pissing me off. He's showing up late. He's not in the film room. Put him with your guy. We'll devalue him. We'll put him in uncomfortable spaces within your offense, and his value will go down heading out." And that's why I think, honestly, it doesn't really matter where he goes.
I do.
think he-
Unless he's a
Help certain
third
teams.
and down option.
He
I
will
don't
be.
think
I think
if he goes to the Hornets, are they like, oh shit, the Hornets are a playoff
Well, first
team
off,
now.
the Hornets shouldn't.
Sorry, then you're gonna use
I was about to say, boo.
you know, just an example.
Yeah, of course.
No matter where he goes, he's not one of the better guards. He's not on Jalen Brunson's level. He's not doing what Jalen Brunson's doing. He's not De'Aaron Fox. He's not Ja Morant. He's not any of the top.
He's an upper. He's an above average
Ja
point guard
Morant
in
off
the
the
league,
Grizzlies and
but-
put him there. Nothing that has happened since him and Zion got in the league.
Well, but that's because Ja Morant's like a 40-point guy. Like DeJounte scored 40 points probably like a handful of times in the league. But like my
Very
thing with
forgettable.
DeJounte is I think he's one of those guys. He just hasn't been on a team yet to show that. But
I don't think he's one of those guys. I think he's the tier right below those.
Yeah, and that's either which
teams
way.
below.
But like on the
Tier and a
Spurs, he dragged that sorry ass Spurs team at least to a play-in spot off of him just getting triple double after triple double after triple double. And then on the Hawks, that team is just shot. Like
The team isn't shot though. That's the sad part. It's just a bunch of really good pieces that don't fit at all.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's just not a team that I can ever see.
Because like Jalen Johnson having a great year, Bogdanovich, whatever the fuck,
Did you see-
he's having a really great comeback year. Trae obviously after those first bad 11 games has been one of the better players in the whole league. So it's just offensively. So it's just like I mean, and given defensively, Trae Young, he's trying this year. I'll give him that. He's trying,
It's like
but
Steph.
it's still just he's just undersized, but he's
nothing he can
trying.
do.
I got two teams for you,
Obviously, like
Hit
all the sources are saying the Lakers are front runners, but
and I think it'd be perfect.
Another bad spot.
I don't think it's a bad spot because if the
spot,
Lakers,
but it's just like
if the Lakers are going to keep
so what
Anthony
ends?
Davis, if the Lakers
So
are
what
going to keep
ends?
Anthony Davis, they need someone for when LeBron leaves and DeJounte.
And LeBron, I was saying
so
in the car,
it's
LeBron has
better-
not been a good playmaker this year.
When the circumstances
So-
change and it becomes effective.
The two actual teams I had though was one Miami. I know they just got Rozier, but Rozier can play off ball.
Okay, I can
and
see
DeJounte
Miami.
can cover the defense for both of them.
I can see
I
Miami.
just
I
don't
don't
know.
want
I
to
don't
make
see
Miami
them
better
have-
because I hate Miami.
I don't
but
see them
Miami
having
is
anything to give for the.
well, everybody
Oh,
conforms.
I forgot
when
Tyler
they go
Hero.
there.
Never mind. I guess that wouldn't be so.
No,
good,
I'm
but-
saying I don't know who they would give up for him. Is what
Oh,
I'm saying.
I agree with
They
the
don't
Miami.
got nobody.
But the real team I have is the Pelicans. Now, if the Pelicans were,
I like that.
now
Actually a lot.
listen. I get like one
because they also do need more scoring. It's not
And-
just that they need a playmaker; they need more scoring.
for me.
too,
I
though.
think if you traded Brandon Ingram, you listen. Hear me out. 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 Just hear me out.
For Dejounte?
Obviously, there'd probably have to be more picks coming from Atlanta's side going to the Pelicans, or you make it even.
Man, I don't
somehow,
even got
somewhere.
many more because they gave them all up for Dejounte.
If you're really going to go in on the Zion thing, which I think the Pelicans are, he's giving them this is his healthiest season that he's almost had.
And Brandon Ingram's been playing better than him in his healthy season, so.
I don't think so. Brandon Ingram's been
I feel like they've been really even.
I think this benefits both teams because Brandon Ingram goes to Atlanta, gets to play with Trae Young, doesn't. He would get the ball. Bro, Trae Young averages 11 assists. Come on.
With Diggs. I'm just like...
Either way,
he's a better point guard. That's why I thought
if the
Garden
Pelicans
should have
could
been
do
on
it
the
without
ball.
Brandon Ingram, obviously you would do that because McCollum's shown that he can play the 2 before rather than the 1. And then Herb Jones can be like, your off the bench guy that you could put in any situation that you need him to, along with Trey Murphy. But if you have to come up off of Brandon Ingram,
I think they can get that trade done without putting.
Oh yeah, I would honestly trade Herb Jones. I mean, Herb Jones is great defensively. I love that, but you're gonna get Murray.
Like Herb Jones would be phenomenal on the Hawks too, and you can give up. Yeah. You could give up like Herb Jones and Dyson Daniels and 2 picks.
I just feel like a trade that
bro.
benefits both teams because Brandon Ingram will go in there, and I feel like he'd really light up Atlanta.
Yeah,
I'm not mad. No, I'm not like I'm not agreeing with, but I'm not mad at it either.
Is he gonna actually get the ball like systematically? Is he gonna get the ball in Atlanta in the right place?
I believe so
to be effective, or is he gonna get the ball on the wing and run isolation?
My thing,
the biggest problem with these team ups
Yeah.
is I never see the guy, like the way Kyrie and Luka are playing, they get each other the ball in some great
spots. Like the Clippers
spots.
are playing right now?
Fucking
insane, right?
100%,
insane. They are
devastated
scary.
because, oh man.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, of course.
So All-Star starters are revealed. So right now on the East, we got Tyrese Halliburton and Damian Lillard.
Sorry.
And Damian Lillard, they got the guard spot.
This kid be getting.
And then you got Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Joel Embiid in the backcourt. And then you got, on the other side, you got Luka, Shea, and then you got KD, LeBron, and Jokic. How do we feel?
The East.
Who's gonna win?
I mean, the West.
Who, did you guys like the starters? Do you think someone else should have been there? I'll
Brunson.
Yeah, I'll say Jalen Brunson should have been there over Dame.
I think it should have been, over Dame. I think it should have been Jalen Brunson and Tyrese together. Tyrese together. Tyrese is playing better than him, bro. What are you going on, bro?
Oh, Brunson's shooting 40.
No, bro, they're both playing phenomenal, bro. And Brunson's doing what? Shooting what? Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton also is doing that. So
I bet you he's not.
He is.
I bet you he's not.
No, he is.
I bet you he's not.
I'm just
what do you
like,
that?
You know me. I'm eye test.
Yeah, and eye test is Tyrese Halliburton's also really good, bro.
He is really good, but what he's doing is not to the level of what Jalen Brunson is doing. It's like you're getting more and more nervous the closer you get.
Bro, he's literally 40 on the dot. .400. He has one bad night, you're fucked.
And then he has a good night, and he's good.
Rebirthing the Knicks is way important than making the Pacers relevancy. I'm
yes,
not just talking
100%.
But at the same
100%.
time, I do feel like Tyrese is definitely like he deserves it, bro.
And he's done it.
Like he's changed the trajectory of Indiana. I think like he's been the perfect player for them. Like
have they really been great since the in-season tournament? Because I feel like they've taken
smacking Milwaukee every time.
And that's also a fair point, but also now a big reason is that like they got Siakam now. I'm pretty sure they've lost every game.
To me, changes the dynamic. Championship DNA in the locker room is always good. I might start giving him a little bit of love now because he's getting way too much, way too soon, in my opinion.
I don't buy into the Siakam championship DNA that much. Like he won a championship, yes, you can't take that away from him. He knows what it takes. He's seen what it takes, but like. Ever since he won that championship, like the fights that he got into with Nick Nurse, the fights that he's gotten into with teammates in the locker room, just overall his ability not to lead the Raptors at all whatsoever after Kawhi left.
You're right.
I mean I think it's perfect that
America to win a second
chance. I thought the trade was good. Like
Indiana's
that's what
also won their last two. They're 5-5 in their last.
All right.
They
haven't
lost every.
They were like 0-4.
They went 0-3 to start.
0-3. Whatever.
The Knicks is.
But on the track of
no one's denying that.
On the track of All-Star starters,
I think he deserves to start over Dame.
I think LeBron, while he doesn't deserve it, like statistically, he's also LeBron James.
Yeah,
so you kind of
we shouldn't even be talking.
No,
about
LeBron is in there regardless. I was
50
the only
years old and still.
the only thing I was just like back and forth on, honestly, was KD or Kawhi, just because Kawhi has just been doing him
but
this
KD's
year. But
also
of
been.
course,
That's
why I
a
said
tough one.
that's why I said I was back and forth. I wasn't like
sign, but I think we already
getting
big deals.
The thing with KD is like if KD is doing like really really good, he's usually never this clutch, and he's been clutch this year.
doing him except for last night. But I'm playing.
Making you honestly, I'm not nervous because normally KD is fucking shot dead by this point in time.
No, which makes me nervous, and just when we were talking about Kobe, like the fear,
oh, bro,
like our era might be over.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it's like
I feel like LeBron
what
still
KD's doing. Like I'm watching and I'm like, damn, this is amazing. But the energy is like nobody cares.
No one's talking about it.
Nobody really cares. It doesn't matter what Kevin Durant does now.
And that's why I'm also kind of hoping like the Lakers like get in there because I do want to see a little bit more LeBron and like because that's our like I want to see the Warriors still be good because it's Steph.
Yeah. It reminds me of the last big injury that Kobe had. It wasn't the Achilles. It was when he came back from the Achilles with D'Antoni, and he was putting up 27 points per game that year, killing it. And then got injured again, but during that 27, no one was talking about it because he just came back from the Achilles.
And I remember KD went on that rant.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? About them.
Then he got injured, and then we saw that last season where he just wasn't. He wasn't him no more.
I think
that's what it kind of reminds me of. No one's talking about KD just like that.
Damn, I got 2 hot takes.
And I don't like Tatum.
I
don't know. Tatum's had a very underwhelming year for me. I think the team's just so good that they made him look good, I guess. I don't know. I've bet on Tatum 25 plus and sweated way more than I should have this season so far. That's like one of my favorite bets, and I'm like 50-50 on it. But I love that Luka and Shea got in and Steph is out. I don't love that because of like Steph and who he is, but at the same time, I love that
he's still going to be an all-star.
I love that the league is pushing Luka and Shea. I feel like that's the way you need to go.
Yeah, and Steph even said that because he was asked about it, and his response was just like, the fact that I'm still in consideration to start at this point in my career is amazing. Most people can't at this point in their career.
Nice try, though, Steph.
But, all right. But Shea and Luka are objectively having better seasons than him.
You're not 40-year-old LeBron James. Cut it out.
And he's 35, though.
When LeBron was 35.
And with all the injuries
LeBron
throughout his years.
You can't use...
There's a bar now.
There isn't.
No.
LeBron is like the only guy that's this...
bar.
But he's the only guy ever.
But we can't expect everyone to reach that bar, though.
That's the unfair thing about what you're doing because everybody was saying that Father Time is going to catch him eventually.
That's fine.
And the fact that it hasn't doesn't change the bar. It just shows how great LeBron was for longevity purposes.
It literally changes.
Or did you look at the stats? Have you seen the stats of players that played at 39? It's LeBron averaging 25 and the next person averaging like 2 points a game, bro. That's not
all these new guys. They're always saying how these guys are better. They're better athletically. The medication is better.
Yeah, and we'll see. But that's time. But that's time.
We're here now. Yeah,
we're not there yet.
Well, I don't think Steph should be able to lean on being 35 years old.
But he can because LeBron's the only guy to have been as good as he is as late into his career.
I'm not saying
the only Jordan on that last ring. 34, 35?
He was 35.
33, 34, 35, some shit like that.
He might have been 34 or 35.
And that was it for him. He was done after that.
What was how old is KD right now?
He's 35, 6, one of those two.
Gotta be.
Not sure.
And he's still one of the most injury-prone players in the league.
Look, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the All-Star game right now.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of guys that were around that 33, 34, 35-year-old mark that were still making it in definitively. So, I'm sorry, Steph Curry, you will not be able to lean on the LeBron James narrative. You should have outplayed
He's just
Luka.
saying he's happy the young guys are getting the fucking representation they should be fucking getting.
That's cool, but he also decided to add in the whole narrative. That's a narrative. Oh, and at the same time, I'm just happy that at the age of 35, I can still be in the conversation. Like they haven't.
Motherfuckers can't be grateful no more, bro.
Well, it's bullshit.
Like I'm an old fuck and I'm still like balling with the young guys.
That's bullshit.
He's just, you know why he's salty because he's the same age as some motherfuckers.
I'm not 35.
He doesn't want to feel like he's old now.
I'm not 35.
This motherfucker, bro.
Nice try, Steph Curry.
Oh,
nice
KD's also 35.
You know what I mean? Nice try, Steph Curry. We see what you're trying to do. You know, he always likes to play that humble role. I don't know the man personally. I'm not gonna act like I do, but he is very politicianist, just like LeBron is a politician when it comes to certain things. And I believe that he was trying to be courteous and say the right things, like when Vince Carter was like, "I don't want to start over MJ," knowing goddamn well he wanted to. But and in the same breath, throw in there, come on, and then we run with it. He's 35 years old and he's still in the consideration. Like we haven't seen that.
No,
before.
I'm not saying he's still in the. I'm not saying he's 35 and still in the consideration.
Steph Curry, try again.
I know he's about to be an all-star. Everyone knows he's about to be an all-star. Cool, but it's the fact that an all-star starter at this age, when everyone always has up-and-coming guys that are in their like 24 to 27 range that should be as good as people like Luka or Shea that could take over from the old guys, and that's what is happening.
At the very end of the day, bro, no one gives a fuck who starts and who's on the bench.
Yeah, they're all getting the all-star stat regardless.
You open up Basketball Reference, you just see a star next to the year that they played if they were an all-star or not a star with an S through it if they were a starter or some shit. On the resume, it's their 11, 12 times all-star, not they were a 5-time starter. Like, I really think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, bro, let's talk about what last
Jalen Brunson, like I don't think it matters if he starts. He's still going to be on the team and he's still going to get that start next
year. Bro, last year Jokic,
I wanted him to start. I'll say that.
Well, yeah,
of course. Milwaukee Bucks, out of absolutely nowhere, second in the East, 30 wins, all that good stuff. They fire the Griffin Man.
What?
The Griffin Man.
Look up the Griffin Man.
He never became the Griffin Man.
They fire the Griffin Man.
Adrian Griffin.
And they hire Doc.
I'm just saying
Rivers.
They fired their guy. I'm not even saying his name publicly. Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because
honestly, I'll be as subtle as I can because
I won't.
We've seen the Doc Rivers story for quite some time.
I'm tired of it.
I think what shocked me the most, I'm not even going to say what shocked me, because this is definitely giving me some David Blatt vibes, but sometimes I want to know what the fuck specifically happened for a team to say, hey, we're second, we got the wins, we're still building, the chemistry can get there, we got 2 all-stars, 2 top 75 players. Nope. We're just going to fucking fire you and go in a different direction. I want to know what specifically happened.
We're still going to pay you. But you got to go.
We're going to cash you out. We're going to pay you to sit at home, which no owner wants to do. So just the fact that they're willing to do that.
A third time.
So I'll ask y'all, who went upstairs and said, this motherfucker has to go? Damn.
Giannis. There was a lot of
speculation
and rumors going around that him and Thanasis were not getting along.
Not the third player down the bench.
Right.
He sit next to the guy who hands out the hot dogs.
And then because he was like talking about like not wanting him on the team. And so Giannis wasn't about that. And then also there was also grumblings of Brook Lopez and him not getting along. Also grumblings of Bobby Portis and him not getting along.
And you don't want to not get along with Bobby Portis.
No.
That's
Miritich figured that out real quick.
Punched his ass to the D-League.
And so like it was a lot of behind the scenes stuff. They didn't give a fuck that they were still winning. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. It was the toxicity in the locker room is what out of all, if I grab out all the sources and just combine them, that's what I'm
just like, so where I stand is I'm just really confused because when you're in the off season, I think anyone could see that hire of a rookie head coach
into that
terrible.
Situation when you're getting Dame.
It was terrible.
You're going into like the toxic, or not toxic area, but just like Budenholzer left his mark.
Right.
In like a weird
and that's
way.
My thing. It's like they didn't know they were getting Dame at the time they fired Budenholzer, but if you're gonna circle back to Doc Rivers, you should have just kept Bud to begin with.
100%.
Like it's not like
they both are bad decision makers.
He fails to make some adjustments down the line in some big games sometimes, but to fire him after his brother died, I think that wasn't a fair shake. And I think if you're just gonna go circle back and get Doc Rivers, who does the same shit but way worse. You talk about a guy that doesn't make adjustments. Doc Rivers does not make adjustments. He puts the power into his players, and whatever happens, happens.
Man, these green Eastern Conference teams don't give a fuck about death. IT, when his sister died, they're like, oh yeah, you gotta play through it, and then we're gonna ship you out.
Yeah.
And now fucking I didn't even know that his brother died.
Yeah,
I didn't know either.
I didn't know that.
This motherfucker's cool with Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Just look it up. His brother died during the series with the Heat. And that kind of.
Oh wait, I think I did know about that.
Yeah. So, but then they fired him. But it was that Giannis was hurt. Like there was just Middleton was fucking washed. Like a whole bunch of
Middleton
shit.
was playing good this year. He was the only one playing good this year.
Does Doc Rivers have dirt on? A lot of the owners.
Apparently, there was a lot of teams that wanted Doc Rivers, and I'm not understanding it because you look at a guy who had one of the best teams ever assembled, the Boston Celtics, and he only won once. And I get LeBron was in the league, okay, fine. But then you give him the Lob City Clippers, who year in, year out were a favorite because the Warriors weren't really a thing
yet. Before the Warriors popped off, and them and the Thunder were like the odds-on favorites for it to come out of the West.
And you see all the issues that I guess apparently were in the Celtics locker room, that were in the Clippers locker room. Then he comes to the 76ers and has a legit MVP on his team with James Harden passing to him, and he couldn't keep that together. He couldn't get that up 3-2 against the Celtics.
And also, it's not even just that scenario.
Couldn't push through.
He handled the Ben Simmons thing terribly as well, just because Ben Simmons, did Ben Simmons have a glaring weakness and a problem in that Hawks series? 100%. We all know it. But in that Game 7 press conference after the loss, when the media goes and asks you, do you think Ben Simmons can be a starter on your team in serious play or series like this? And you go, I don't know how to answer that question right now. It's a bad fucking look as a coach. You stand by your fucking players till the end, and just that's it, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just like when fucking Fizdale with the Grizzlies. He didn't give a fuck how much he was going to be fined, if he was going to be fired, or anything like that. He stood by his players till the end, and then just saw himself out when the time was done. And the players love him for that. If he's one of them like more favorited coaches out there by the players. Doc Rivers, not really.
I mean, he has a name though, right? He does bring business. Because how many coaches, like even though we can name the coaches, people don't even care about coaches no more. A lot of them don't even get camera time during the game. I remember the camera would literally go on the coach. Yeah. Greg Popovich,
JB Bickerstaff don't ever get the camera on him.
Yeah, because I mean, like when the Lakers won with Frank Vogel, to be real, like fuck Frank Vogel.
He's underrated. He's underrated.
What did he do?
Get the Laker job? He could be a company guy.
I know,
but a guy who can play ball and who can listen.
When it comes to Doc Rivers, I thought like his exit last year and going into the booth like that was right. Like, you don't belong in the league no more.
I don't want to hear his voice on the booth either.
I can't even copy that shit.
Horace.
It's not Blake's fault. Like, relax, bro.
Sorry, Doc. Damn it.
It's just
all by the wayside.
You're coming in, and to do it in the middle, like literally at the halfway point of the year, like they're gonna have to do this really fucking fast. Like this turnaround's gonna have to be quick. Like they're like, this is the Bucks' issue that has kind of plagued them since they won the championship. Is that something happens, some kind of injury, or they take their foot off the gas and they lose important seeding in the East. And they fuck up their whole fucking playoff route, like they did last year, like they did the year before.
Well, it wasn't last year. They were the number 1 seed last year.
Well, I'll get.
But the Heat.
They were. My bad. I'm thinking of the year before that when they willingly dropped to like 3 or 4.
You're right. There is multiple years of that. Last year was just super unfortunate because of Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you guys don't want to say it, so I guess I'll say it.
What?
Giannis is cursed because he stuck his foot out under Kyrie and injured him. So he couldn't continue, and shit has been fucked up ever since after that championship run.
I also think it's like, for Giannis, it's like
for the internet at home. That's
but for Giannis though, it's like I don't
know what the hell he's talking about.
I could have went to Golden State. I could have went to some of these other crazy places. I could have went to, fuck it. The Knicks would have fucking threw some shit at me. Like he could have been fucking anywhere, but he decided to stay in Milwaukee. Decided to give this small market team a chance. Keep going. Keep drilling. So of course, like Giannis has a big say in what goes around on there. He's still top 4 player in the league.
I'm perfectly fine with him going up there getting coaches fired and shit. Cool. But at the same time, he also needs to get the same criticism LeBron would have gotten
100%.
if he went upstairs.
And I think,
trust me, I've been seeing it.
I think him along with Doc Rivers and that whole team's gonna get it if they do not win this.
I've already been seeing it. I want to say
definitely
media.
not. I would say let's wait and see what happens because like this is a very easy
Second
team.
round peak.
This is an easy team for Doc Rivers to take over. Like they were second with a coach that they hated.
Sir.
Second round peak.
Doc Rivers got brought in, it was over.
I hate Doc Rivers to the point
And I would
where
agree.
I don't hate him. He's just
literally
a loser.
no. I dislike this motherfucker. And given you could say it's biased and everything, but it's not even. I was cool with him.
Laker Nation.
I was cool, because I'm a basketball fan. Yes, I'm a Laker fan, but I respect all things basketball. I was cool with him and the Celtics and everything. It was how he treated the situation in LA for the Clippers, how he treats the situation over the last few years with the Sixers. I just don't think he's a good coach. I think he's quite overrated. He doesn't know how to scheme. He doesn't know how to do play calling. He doesn't know how to fucking change players out in the right situations. I'm good on him.
Bing bong.
I guess. We can talk about
Yes.
the Knicks.
So the New York Knicks, they're on a winning
Damn, I
streak.
sat up and everything.
The New York Knicks, I believe, they are 8-2 or 10-2 after the OG Anunoby trade.
Yo, they're-
Don't quote me.
That team is looking
Things
really
look
solid.
really nice.
Gonna be a nice conference finals.
Yeah,
next week.
finally, right? Finally.
Sorry.
Well, because bro, even
Good.
when
Celebrate,
we
boys.
had, even
You
when
guys
we had,
deserve it. You've been waiting a long time.
even when we had Melo, I didn't feel this confident.
Whoa.
I didn't
I
mean
didn't.
to sound that wrong. or
This
that
is
bad.
definitely the better roster than, well.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if they
Bro,
are,
if Melo had like one person that could defend like Anunoby on his team, I feel like we would have
I
been a lot
mean,
better.
Shumpert
Or Chandler,
could.
I guess, but, like,
and
yeah.
Chandler literally just came off of a defensive player of the year.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But
And you
fuck
guys
it.
had
We were
Shumpert
just
for
doing
most
that
of
team
that.
was underrated.
Yeah.
They don't put them on 2K. They keep putting the fucking Jeremy Lin roster. But that roster with Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Iman Shumpert, Chris Copeland.
That was a cool team.
That was a good team. And they got robbed by the Pacers.
Yeah.
They went to the line of record
Kobe's
setting.
and
Was that the year that
Margin.
Baron Davis died?
Kobe.
Did you say died?
No, not like, but like destroyed his whole knee.
When did I
When his
miss
knee went to
this?
the left?
Huh?
When his knee went to the left?
Yeah.
No, I think that was the year before.
But that was, I think that was
My heart
definitely
dropped.
Yeah,
that was
that
the
was the
year
Jeremy
that
Lin roster.
LeBron flopped Tyson Chandler out the playoffs.
No.
No?
That's the year we lost to the Pacers.
Oh yeah.
When they
sad
they
year.
sent them to
Never
the
mind.
line for
Yeah.
even breathing. It was insane.
Sad year.
How
Sad
many?
year.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if this team is that team because J.R. Smith was Sixth Man of the Year. Melo won the scoring title. But this team looks more traditional Knicks than that team looked.
I agree, and I think like with this team specifically, I think there's offensive players like Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo. Like there's guys that can just play offense. Like they don't need.
They can fit in, but they're two-way guys.
And
and Tibbs got this
someone's
team.
getting
Yeah,
a little
and
more
Tibbs
burden
got
out
this team playing some fucking real defense again.
Absolutely.
Listen,
And those
Make
guys
defense
are
great again.
love RJ Barrett, love Emmanuel quickly, but like this was the correct trade because like our defense was getting really bad and Tibbs was probably getting really fucking tight and people were probably getting a little fucking nervous.
Well,
and
RJ had that pull that OJ doesn't in terms of he's the third pick, fourth.
Yeah,
pick?
third
pick in the NBA draft.
Sad. We were
he's
supposed to
trying
get
to live
Zion.
up to it.
He's trying to live up, and he has the leeway to say, "Hey, what did you bring me here for?" Now you got OG who, hey, what you need me to do? You need me to catch and shoot?
And that's literally
you need me
it.
to just defend? I just think RJ wanted to be more a part of the offense, and I think he had the front office.
OJ is
backing
fine
on
with
that.
getting 10
Exactly.
one night
Look
and
at
then
him in
20
the
the
Nuggets
next.
game. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. And if you got a guy that can gel with the locker room like that, and just because Brunson's the leader, but he just wants
That's
to
it.
play.
Yeah.
So we're like an effort-based team that can make adjustments.
Yeah, as long as you
defensively.
guys can keep Julius Randle contained, but with guys like Brunson and Anunoby, it's not hard to keep him contained.
And Josh Hart.
So if you got guys who know,
they went to Villanova together. Correct?
yeah, yes, and with Mikal Bridges, that's why that was a big rumor at one point.
Yeah, I don't think.
But
I'll die if we do.
But when you got so many guys on your team that don't have an ego,
yes,
it's easy to contain Julius Randle's ego and just bring him down to everybody else. So
the surroundings outweigh him.
Yes,
I think him and
100%.
RJ were competing.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, my thing is what I love about this is that with RJ in the offense, he likes to hide in the corners. He likes to just kind of stall the offense a lot. But the thing that is his problem is also Randall's problem is that Randall stalls the game by just dribbling into the paint for 16 seconds and then deciding something to do with the ball. Whereas now, the offense is a lot more spacious. It's freer. OG moves to both sides of the court, gets his midi if he can. If not, whatever. I'm just going to move around and disrupt a whole bunch of shit. My thing that I think I love the most is that this team, I believe, can go in and get to the finals if, that's the thing, there's an if attached, if Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle are both healthy, and if Julius Randle decides to put on his big boy pants and actually decide to play NBA basketball in the playoffs.
Is there now an official timetable for Mitch? No?
Well,
I know there's rumors that it might not actually be a season.
He's going to have to come back now because the Knicks were about to get $12 million of money for him being out for the year, but they themselves declined that because he's supposed to come back.
Okay. Stormy!
Yeah.
Stormy 2 times.
So with that, you take away the if we acquire one more player, but the issue is I don't know what that player is, and I know it's not Alec Burks.
A lot of teams are looking.
That's the rumor, is Alec Burks.
No.
Yo, Knicks, please don't get Alec Burks.
There's a lot of teams that are looking at Quentin Grimes right now too. So
yeah.
I think we can get some value.
So I think you can get some.
And I don't think you can.
And if you attach Fournier's contract to him, I think you could get a little. And you didn't use none of your firsts in that OG trade. That's huge. I think you should use one. You put one in Grimes, you could get somebody cool.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying
draft.
What I would love though,
I want a new fresh guy.
I think I said it last year.
For the 3-time Stormy.
And I don't think this would take a first round pick. I kind of would love Gary Trent off our bench.
Another deal with the Raptors.
Yeah. Gary Trent Jr. off our bench would be solid.
I just feel like this year he's weird, man.
But going into Thibs' defensive mind.
His father's son.
Anything else?
The disrespect is real. Gary Trent Jr. is a good ass player only against Lakers. He cooks us every time.
I'll be honest, and I don't know if this is off the scales or I'm going too far, but I just would like
you're going too far.
A veteran, normally, right? I would like a veteran.
Taj Gibson.
No. I said a veteran, not a senior.
Yo, the Knicks we got Taj Gibson and then released him.
He's gonna make sure his guys get a check. He called
Lou bringing the wall down.
He called Lou out. He said, "Kirk, what are you doing?"
Hey man, are your knees still valid?
He called him in the hospital.
I his own shots for you. Come work it out,
bro. When D Rose eventually doesn't have a contract at whatever age, he's just gonna bring him to wherever he is.
I would love to add DeMar DeRozan to this.
See, that would be cool.
Coming off the bench.
Because, DeMar DeRozan, I feel like
to do it,
he's going to be good in a scenario where he doesn't have to be good in.
Exactly. I think Chicago was his chance. He was the dark horse for the MVP.
And they did good. They did good.
Stellar.
But Lonzo got hurt. And,
just come to the Knicks. Close out some games for us when they're trapping, when Randall's off and when they're trapping Brunson, getting that mid-range and close some games out for us.
Not mad at that.
In those overtime games. Where we're just burnt out. I would love for DeMar to come in, bring some veteranship and be a closer in certain instances when Brunson needs it.
Hell yeah.
It's just like
I'm
I
not
said,
mad at that at all.
Just no Alec Burks.
Nah,
it just comes from the health.
Stay healthy.
This is the last super team experiment. I believe this deads the super team thing.
I really don't think it's a super team though.
The Clippers have a
putting Devin Booker and KD on the same team and
then
making Bradley Beal the third option.
But Bradley Beal,
definitely unfair.
But I think
it's a super team.
I think everyone should come to the realization that Bradley Beal is not a guy in this league.
He is a guy.
He's not a guy. What makes him a guy?
Okay, we're not going to compliment Murray and then put.
And we're absolutely going to do that because he's miles ahead of Bradley Beal. What has Bradley Beal shown you in the last 2 to 3 years?
I mean,
even when Bradley Beal was scoring 30 points a game, they didn't make the playoffs.
He showed me that John Wall fucked up his career.
Yes, he did.
And that's what he showed me. John Wall's like the Ludacris of fucking basketball in terms of Ludacris always had. Let me tell you where I'm going.
What is this comparison?
I got you. Ludacris had 2 Chainz the entire time, and nobody knew 2 Chainz had those kind of abilities. But he knew.
Damn right he knew.
Listening to this motherfucker's music and wasn't putting it out Wasn't putting a machine behind him. Did not push him forward the same way he did to Chingy. I'm not saying I wanted to hear Chingy. But that's what John Wall
needed to hear Chingy.
John Wall hampered. He would have been good for business and money in terms of the female demographic. But that's no here nor there.
Nelly was giving him the work.
Either way,
stop. Don't make me.
If you know, you know.
Though, Bradley Beal is not a guy in this league, bro. And
Beal is a better player than Murray.
He's not. But
Beal is a better third option than some super teams' third options have been in the past. So how does that not make this a super team?
Bro, he's only played like fucking 8 games this year.
Oh, so you're saying
in terms of what
I just need to get through my point.
I'm just
and I will get there.
I started it with saying on paper.
On the Wizards, he had a couple seasons that he averaged 30 points per game.
Yes.
One where he didn't make the playoffs, one where he did with Westbrook. Westbrook averaged a triple-double right alongside with him. They were best for 8th seed. That's Bradley Beal at his best. And then he signs the contract that everyone knew that, okay, it's bullshit. He just wants his bag. And he died off after that. He's been injured every other game since then. Who's better, Trae Young or John Wall?
Yeah. Is it debatable?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because John Wall is a two-way beast.
It's debatable. Okay, yes. Cool. Okay, Beal.
It's 100% debatable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you were like,
because I'm more on the side that I think John Wall is better. I think,
okay.
I think a lot of what Trae Young does is inflated.
Okay, fair.
Like he can't play defense.
Is Trae Young the best player that Murray's ever played with?
Yeah, but that's
easily,
yeah. But what? I didn't even go.
That's also because he was on the Spurs before he got to the Hawks.
Easily, yes.
So he was easily the best player he's ever played with. What happened when they were together? Nothing. I know nothing happened.
Terrible fit, though.
I know
rhetorical question. I know where you're at.
So is this the Dejounte Murray episode?
No, it's not. But like I said, let's be consistent here.
Okay. Yeah.
I test. There's no way you think Murray is better than Bradley Beal.
And I have every way to think that because we've almost seen Bradley Beal's whole career play out to this point. And Dejounte Murray is what, 25?
Career-wise, I get it. I'm just talking about watching a player play. When John Wall got out of the way, damn, Bradley Beal is like nobody knew this kid could play to the level he started.
But nobody knew they weren't going to win anything either.
He didn't have the roster to win everything. That's a different conversation. I'm just talking individual play.
A different conversation. Tune in. We have about 14, 15 episodes out right now. But go ahead. Sorry.
Guys are amazing. See, I missed the point. First day on the job, I missed the fucking points.
That's a different conversation. That's
They didn't look. That just pissed me off.
I do see where you're at, but with injuries involved,
I get it.
In Bradley Beal's career right now, and it's not just like, just this year he's been injury prone. His whole career he's had injuries. His first 2 seasons, we didn't see Bradley Beal be Bradley Beal because he was so injury prone. And then he had a good 6-year stretch of just little nicks and bumps and shit.
Let me ask y'all this.
But right now, with Bradley Beal's injuries involved, Dejounte Murray is a better player, especially since he's younger.
Okay, right now, fair. I was talking leading up to this point.
Okay.
But I'll just say this. Let's rewind to the beginning of the season, remove Beal, and they add Murray. I don't think they call them a super team.
I think they're much better.
That's not what I said.
That's not what he said.
That's not what I said.
He said, I don't think they call them a super team.
And I think they do. I believe it'll be. He does not have the merit to be with Booker and Kevin Durant.
I think the media
as a player, maybe,
him.
but as a name, no, he doesn't.
Bro, you said he's on the tier just below superstar.
No, he said that. I said he was below that. I whispered it in when you run the episode back.
He said 2 tiers, and then I said 1.5. And
either way, they would below. That team would be so disgusting with Dejounte Murray.
Fair. I still don't think he has the point guard play to get them in their spots.
I don't know where you're coming with that.
Because it's more Westbrook to me. Everybody's style of point guard is weaker matchup, drive, dish, and dish left.
All right.
I'm talking about a guy that can turn
No. Hold on to that. Hold on to that point. Much more like Westbrook, right? But with defense, imagine that. All right, anyway. So it was titled Suns Talk, and we're talking about Bradley Beal versus Dejounte Murray.
So he's on the Suns. It's a
2
little
players
relevant.
that at the end of the day just don't fucking matter. Scheme of things.
It shows how much we love the game.
The 76ers, they're still killing.
Yeah.
How are we stacking them up against
I just don't know if they're going to make a move or not. And I'm fine if they don't.
Yeah,
I'm really fine if they don't. I was talking about that, when the emergence of Tyrese Maxey was first going on, I think they're good where they are, and I think they just, as long as like health stays true, like I think they're a real threat to go to the finals.
I think their move was Nick Nurse.
If
that was their move.
Embiid doesn't fumble in the playoffs again, but yeah, I think Nick Nurse is phenomenal with them. He is phenomenal.
Which we obviously know he has the ability to do. Can he get them to hide Embiid in those playoff moments? Can he get the rest of the roster to hide?
I think he can, bro.
I think so too.
Because he showed that, like, again, in Toronto when they won the championship, he showed the perfect ability to do it. Because it wasn't, you go back and look, it wasn't all Kawhi. Like, Kawhi was,
absolutely.
Like, a lot of people say, like, okay,
that whole team,
like,
like,
I think the acquisition of Kawhi did bring them to the championship.
I would say one of the Spurs teams are one of the best defensive teams.
I think, like, the acquisition of Kawhi did, win Toronto the championship.
Of course,
but he was not the sole reason they won.
That was
a great
on that team, they wouldn't
effort.
have won.
Defensively, they were special.
Yeah,
100%.
And it's like, wasn't there like
you had
multiple
young
defensive
Anunoby,
player of the
You had
years?
young Drake.
You had
Ibaka.
Van Vliet at that point was still a good defender. Kyle
Marcus
Lowry
All.
at that point was still a good defender. You had Ibaka, Gasol, Anunoby. Pascal was a 3-and-D guy, and then you had the best 3-and-D guy in the league in Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah,
that whole team was ridiculous, and everyone could.
Classic teams on 2K though. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, go ahead.
And if Embiid goes in healthy, like if Embiid absolutely can get in healthy, because that's the issue is like he keeps going into the playoffs unhealthy, like ran down, pause, and unhealthy.
No, ran through would have been pause.
I would say ran down wasn't.
Ran down is fine.
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Mind you that I'm the big dog and you're the little dog.
Yeah, but why? This is a whole NBA franchise.
I don't care anymore now because it's not the Staples Center anymore. My whole life it was the Staples Center, and that meant something. So do I. Crypto.com.
How long have they been sharing arenas?
Ever since they...
Wasn't the Clippers in Buffalo?
Yeah, they're the Buffalo Braves. Ever since they went to Los Angeles Clippers. So... The
40s? Oh, 80s? Yeah. By the 80s, the Lakers were winning their chips, right?
They were winning in the 70s.
That's what I'm saying. Why? Like why?
You're the little brother, and every family needs a little brother, big brother dynamic. I think I wish I was there when it happened.
But I hate this though.
I hate to say this. I'm young, so I wasn't there when the Clippers first came. But go
and I hate to say this because like they're doing really well. But I'm just waiting for something to go wrong because this is like the typical Clippers.
I'll be nice because I thought this wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
And now that it's working, I won't jump to. You can do it. Please do it. But I'll be fair and I'll be consistent publicly. I'm not gonna jump to something's gonna go wrong. I'm not gonna talk about the playoff flameouts. I'm not gonna do any of that. I thought it wasn't gonna work and it's working. I thought, but if they
they get their healthy.
If they win the championship and Kawhi's like the Finals MVP, it like ends Kevin Durant, and that hurts. Kevin Durant becomes because not only has Steph surpassed you.
I don't think it ends
all the time. Yeah,
but now you got Kawhi, who's a 3-time NBA
for
champion
3 different
for 3
teams,
different organizations.
And like he did it himself as a main guy.
And this is the first super team.
And it's still so hard to rank Kawhi because of all the time he's missed with injuries.
Not if he wins this.
Like, he gets another ring.
It's gonna be awkward.
Because KD right now is around
10, 11, 12 for
He's
me.
around like 15 for me. 12 to 15.
He has a bad stench on him right now.
Yeah, right now he's around 12 to 15.
He's been looking like a team killer.
Yeah.
He was problematic towards the exit in Golden State. He goes to Brooklyn that has a good roster, trades the whole roster for James Harden. The shit explodes in his face. Now he's in Phoenix. Yeah, that was crazy. Now he's in Phoenix.
He was a toe away.
Now he's in Phoenix. I loved it. And I felt like that cemented him amongst the greats. Even though he lost, sometimes you can win in a loss.
Yeah.
And his performance previously and ending it like that was like, okay, KD's KD. There's no Harden. There's no Kyrie. Cool. But on a championship
but then he's against the Celtics.
Kawhi wins this shit.
I will say this, and you might like
Kawhi's like around 30 for me. That might push him real close to KD.
You might like this. If the Suns get into the playoffs healthy, then okay, whatever. That means Bradley Beal's healthy too.
Oh, imagine a Suns Clippers fucking match.
If the Suns get in there healthy, and I think mainly just Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are getting in there, I got the Suns going to the chip. I think if KD gets to the finals, he knows how important this is. Just like what you said.
Yeah.
I think KD knows the importance of this, which is why I think he worked hard in the
I agree.
offseason.
I do agree.
He's been healthy. He's been very healthy this year.
I do agree that he knows this matters, but I just don't know if that team does.
That's what it's hurt my feelings. It feels
But
like, even
Booker,
if it's not over, it feels like it's
But Booker
over.
needs to get to winning, too. That's the thing.
He does.
That's true.
And
That's
the scary
true.
thing is, you know what will make it even worse? If he starts winning when KD becomes non-effective. Then it's really over.
Yeah.
It's like the stars are aligning. The universe. What did the mom say in Waterboy? The crows are coming home to Bobby Boucher. It feels
So
like
what
the
you're
world
saying
is
is
against
what
KD.
you're saying is KD's got to win this one this year.
No, he has to win, period.
Yeah.
I'm saying if Kawhi
as
wins
the
it,
main guy
then
still,
he has
needs
to win,
win.
period. But
So
if
say
Kawhi,
what you said?
As the main guy, he still needs to win.
Okay.
if
That's
Kawhi
fair.
wins this championship and wins the Finals MVP, there's too many champions. There was never a Kevin Durant era.
No.
That's what sucks. Because if he wins another one,
Okay,
they
he
battle
changed.
for the era, right? Because Steph can say, "Hey, I got some in your
I took
era,
it
LeBron.
over, yeah.
KD got,
changed.
I got 3 in your era." But if he just has the 2 with Steph, and Steph has 4 now, and then Kawhi gets the 3 over him,
But if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm going up there and saying, listen, I walked into the best team ever, and I won the Finals MVP. They won because of me, those 2 years that they won.
absolutely.
And
The best player on the
I
team.
would still
was.
take solace in that. Because it's like, yes,
I
should he have one?
Yeah.
Should he have one more? Absolutely should Kevin Durant have one more. But at the end of the day, he's still one of the best scorers we ever got to witness
100%.
over a very consistent
But
period of
In the
time.
long haul,
He
none
thinks
of this
he's in the
matters,
GOAT
and I
talks.
hate it. I'm with you, but
I don't think he's in the GOAT talks. I think he does
He
need to win.
thinks he's in the GOAT
he
talks.
thinks he should be.
If Kevin Durant wins one, if
He's
Kevin Durant
that
wins
guy
one,
that-
I think he is in the GOAT talks.
He's the feared by the feared.
He's in the top 10 probably.
Yeah.
He's the feared by the feared. You know, they say
Yeah.
he's the guy that you love. The guy you love
Right.
that's your favorite player fears Kevin Durant.
What if scenarios? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I mean, because mine isn't like anything crazy. Because of course, as a Laker fan, of course, I could talk about Chris Paul or one of my favorites of all time is DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis.
It's the Pelicans.
We've talked about that
Man,
a
I wanted that
multitude
team
of
to work,
times.
man.
DeMarcus Cousins in general. like-
Yeah.
They would have added.
Yeah.
Rondo.
We've talked about that enough times in general. But man, I feel like one that everyone knows, everyone loves this one, but nobody really talks about it anymore. Is the D Rose one, man? Like if D Rose never got injured, or what was that?
Nothing would have happened. It would have been the same thing.
You don't think they
I disagree.
maybe make a run? in the
I
East?
absolutely disagree. I
When he
disagree.
wasn't open to Melo coming to that team.
But Melo
and he-
also wasn't
wait,
open
let
on
me
not getting
finish.
paid in New
He
York.
wasn't open. If he wasn't open, the fact that he wasn't open to Melo not coming to that team, and it would have been him, Melo, Jimmy Butler, Pau Gasol, and Joe.
Jimmy Butler wasn't nothing yet, but yeah.
I mean, he was already the guy that defended. He was the OG of the situation. Him
Well,
not being open to that idea tells me.
Well, 'cause
that
he
Oh,
wasn't
you're talking
more
about older Melo, yes.
Yeah,
But
Melo.
that's because he was invested in what they had going on. Because what they had going on absolutely could have gotten by Bron. They had Bron on the ropes. They did. They did.
To me,
What?
what made Rose not want Melo was the fact that first off, now you're older, now you're a little bit less efficient, but also Melo. Remember, the Bulls were the runner-up to get Melo once he was a free agent, and he said, "No, I just want more money with the Knicks." And
he ended up choosing that because
He
Rose
ended up-
wasn't open to him being there. He
no,
said he didn't wanna
I'm not
cause
talking about
problems
that
for
one. I'm
Lonzo.
not talking about when he was no.
I'm talking about when he was a free agent before he re-signed to the Knicks for the $124 million. He went to visit Houston. He went to visit Chicago. Those were the 2 places that he wanted to go. If he would have went to Chicago,
In
he would
LA.
have been with that.
He visited
talent.
LA.
Pau Gasol didn't get there until Rose was washed, though.
Nah, he wasn't washed.
When Rose was already hurt and
Yeah, he was already hurt, but he wasn't
injury
washed
went-
at that
washed.
point.
But you thought he
But
would have gotten back to
This dude also
Is Melo on
thinks
the roster?
that
Absolutely.
this dude also thinks that Rose was washed from that first injury, though. Because we talked
Bro.
about Rose before. He was still a good player. He hit that game,
No,
one of
bro.
the most important game winners, like that everyone loves to watch. That was after the injuries.
Yeah, but that didn't do nothing for
Yeah, because Melo wasn't there.
They went up 2-1 in the series after that, and then Bron won the rest of the way.
Well, Bron.
It's Bron though.
I know,
and
but
that's a worse Bulls team though.
Yeah, but it's a worse Bulls team because Derrick
Jimmy
Rose
Butler
wasn't Derrick Rose anymore.
Wasn't Jimmy Butler yet.
But the reason why I say he was washed after that injury is because literally everything that transpired,
you're raising him to the standard of what he was.
They were asking him to come back that whole season in the second half of the season. That definitely fucked him up mentally.
I don't think he was washed. I think he
came back before he tore his meniscus that next year after he missed the whole year, and he tore his meniscus after playing 10, 12 games, whatever it was. Those 10, 12 games were bad.
I don't think he was washed. I think he just didn't develop himself enough to be able to play a game because he was still trying to rely on his athleticism. Because when he went to Minnesota and shit, and he obviously that 50-point game, but I'm not talking about the 50-point game. When he was just with Minnesota, he had that big gap in time where he was with Cleveland and then he was out the league to center, where he just developed himself a different game. He wasn't just always driving to the fucking rim. He was getting his mid-range back. He was starting to go outside. He just didn't develop that yet with the Bulls.
He never developed
but he wasn't washed. He developed it.
I mean, down the stretch.
Yeah. But I just don't think he was washed. He just didn't develop himself yet.
He was just injury prone.
He was still super young
and
relying himself.
I just think
on
the way,
his
and
athleticism.
if you look at all the videos, you look at everything that came out after that, he mentally he was done.
That's fair.
When he got to Cleveland, mentally he was fucking
Yeah,
shot.
but mentally he was still all over the place. After that injury, he was just mentally done.
Yeah.
I think after that season,
but either
he
way,
played good that season. They had a good year.
But either way, your what if is a good one.
I think he could have, maybe done something. He would have been up there as one of the better point guards in the league. I don't know if he still would have been. And as of right now,
the year he tore his ACL, man.
I don't know if he still would have been considered one of the best point guards. I honestly feel like he kind of would have had a Russell Westbrook trajectory because his athleticism was his main point of attack. Once his athleticism goes down, at this point he would be about 32. So he would be 33 or some shit. Yeah, so, but I think he would have, put up a good case for a good Hall of Fame career. Maybe won a ring or two, especially once LeBron left the East. But I don't think what this guy thinks that he would have been the best point guard of all time. You've said that multitude of times, bro.
Did I?
In our lifetime, yes. You've said that a ridiculous amount of times.
Well, because here's the thing. If Derrick Rose was to, and honestly, I don't think there's any scenario where this happens, but if Derrick Rose was to stay what he was before he tore his ACL for a very long time, I believe it would be hard to argue.
No. So he would just been Russell Westbrook?
No. He would have. It's like you
said,
virtually bro. If he won a couple rings and he had that play style that literally had everybody in love with him, bro.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how he was going to pull this off.
But he wasn't. That's the thing. He would never because his knees would have given out at some point. That's
exactly what I was saying.
He became the man in the Big Three era. Maybe if it stayed one man on each team, I would have given him a shot. But I wasn't a big fan of him while he was healthy, so I'm the wrong person to ask. I seen him make his team lose plenty of fucking games.
Do you have a what if?
Yeah, I was going to go last though.
Oh, okay. All right, so my what if is something that literally nobody really talks about and really pissed me off when it happened. So the Thunder and the Warriors. You guys remember the series? Thunder up 3-1, Warriors come back, whatever. There was a time, twice it happened in the series, where Draymond Green kicked Steven Adams
in the nuts.
The first time he got a technical for doing so. The second time, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was Game 4, right? Game 3, Game 4?
Yeah, I think so.
The first one happened in Game 2.
Game 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draymond kicked Steven Adams in the nuts again, but there was no technical this time. No technical.
He got like a flagrant.
He got a flagrant, but no tech.
They did make a statement after the game, though, right? If he does it one more time,
it was,
and then he punched LeBron in the dick or some shit, and then got out. Yeah,
and
but I
so my thing is because he was at the point where the next technical he got, he was suspended.
So you're saying if he got the technical,
in the OKC series, that would have destroyed Golden State's momentum because you see what it did to them in the Cleveland series.
Yeah, he was putting clamps on KD.
Yep. So my what if scenario is if Draymond gets that technical in OKC, and OKC beats Golden State, what if? Because my thing
could you
is,
imagine if the 73-9 team doesn't even make it to the finals?
that would have been
That
hellacious.
would have been.
Ooh.
I don't think they recover from that.
Isn't that crazy? Because the whole time they were saying that they had to win it, and then when they didn't,
If Kevin Durant beats them, I don't think he goes there. If Kevin, even if he loses to Cleveland, I don't think he goes there.
I think he goes.
Oh no! If he loses in the finals, he still might go.
I think he stays in OKC.
I think he knew he was going.
In the finals,
Go back and watch
Golden
that
State.
Olympic summer.
Golden State only made that desperate of a
Go
move.
back and watch that Olympic summer.
Yeah, but Golden State only made that desperate of a move because they lost in the finals in Game 7.
Him, Clay, and Draymond.
I don't think so.
If Kevin Durant was on speed dial in the parking lot, that means he was already in the conversations and already in the plans.
And that's fair, but at the same time, I think if Kevin Durant gets to the finals and loses to LeBron again, I think they run it back in OKC.
I don't know if they run it back.
But my thing is, if he beats Cleveland,
I don't.
He wasn't beating Cleveland.
I think they were.
Nobody's winning a championship.
That team
with
was
Russell
good,
Westbrook.
man. That team was great.
You're not winning a championship with Russell Westbrook being your second best player. It's not happening. He'll find some way to play you out. That's what he does.
But what you first said was nobody wins a championship with Russell Westbrook. That is
but then if the Clippers win, they're gonna run this back and they're gonna kill me, and then Tom's gonna make a short out of it, and then I'm fucking finished. It's on the internet.
We're all finished, bro. Do you know what I've said about the Clippers the last fucking 2 years?
Yeah, Sin said.
I've always said the Clippers are a great team, but just can't stay healthy. So I'm free. Oh, broke the chair.
We both get off at 5:30.
No, but I really think it's a big what if because so many things could happen.
Of course.
They could have went in, win or lose against the Cavs, and hey, maybe he wins and doesn't go to. Maybe he leaves OKC and doesn't go to.
Maybe
Golden
he just
State.
goes to Washington.
Washington, yes, that's what I was gonna say.
KD?
Home.
Yeah.
He goes play.
He was never going to Washington, but he almost went to Boston. Bro, they had Tom Brady at the fucking pitch meeting. They had a bunch of Boston legends.
And either way, I think if he beats Golden State,
go around that time.
if he beats Golden State, no, there was the Clippers, there was the Wizards, there was the Al Horford only.
Al
went to
Horford
Boston
signs. He
because
thought KD was going.
Yeah.
Boston would have been a good move, but I just think for him to definitively win, it was the Warriors of us.
Well, definitively, of course. But if you want to, have integrity, then go to Boston.
When you leave, you have to go to a better situation.
And if he doesn't go to the Warriors,
I think Boston would have been an equal situation.
But
I don't know about better.
Here's where my what if really comes in, though.
Yeah.
Is that I think if he beats Golden State, win or lose against the Cavs, I don't think he goes to Golden State, and I think it changes the league because Kevin Durant
State doesn't become unstoppable.
Yeah, and Kevin Durant going to Golden State triggered all of these superstars just not giving a flying fuck anymore.
That's true.
And I don't know.
No, it definitely helped the empowerment of players.
Helped it. The sole reason?
Okay, maybe not sole reason.
Not the sole reason because there's still super
just
teams. But literally look it up. After Kevin Durant went to Golden State, the trade deadline and the offseason that followed were fucking the craziest things that we've ever fucking witnessed.
Okay, I was more so speaking. Did a free agent make any? I think he kind of slowed it up.
Oh, maybe not free agency, but I feel like after KD, a lot of stars just started demanding trades rather than being out in free agency, but that kind of
because it was kind of like players are kind of just sitting there like, okay, I can just get up and go. Yeah. I can go to a winning team if I want.
How does a free agent affect that though?
Because it's Kevin Durant. He changed him going to Golden State made so many teams make so many crazy ass decisions to try to compete with Golden State.
Yeah, I just thought he set everybody back. It was a setback. It was nothing you could do in a quick amount of time to be able to do.
No, yeah, that's why I said the trade deadline and the offseason that followed it because he signed.
So what he's saying is because of KD, it made every other team as well, not just players, but also made teams just go crazy at deadlines and free agency to try to catch up.
I understood that it became one-sided. I supported the decision because it was the only move that made sense.
Business-wise, that's the greatest decision.
It's the only move that made sense. Both
you're still getting paid top money, and you're going to the best team.
It was shocking to me. It was like what? But then when I went back and started watching that Olympics, him and Steph, it's the same way him and Kyrie. Go back and watch what him and Kyrie played together in that last Olympics before the Brooklyn move. They were literally only passing to each other. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit LeBron pulled in Kyrie Irving's All-Star game
win. And then
win.
Clay and Draymond were also on that, right? On that.
Yeah, I think Draymond was. I don't know if Clay was.
Yeah, maybe. But I just remember Draymond and KD.
I think Steph was already.
Draymond and KD were in a lot of videos together, just
Yep,
was just cooking,
reeling it
chilling, and this was it's just like that was I don't know, man.
All right, so
but I don't think they would have beat the Cavs.
What if I had like 5, but this one is just decided.
He's
he's
like, all right, guys, give me like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go through every single one.
5. What if Doc Rivers?
Oh God, bro.
Are you dead?
Doesn't what? What doesn't what? What
that ass?
Doesn't what?
Doesn't have his stupid ass son on his team? Like what? What?
I got a conversation about that.
What if he doesn't go to the 76ers? What if he doesn't go to the Clippers? What if he doesn't go to the Bucks?
What if he doesn't tell Tim Duncan that he can't bring his family? And Tim Duncan
I know about that. Do you know about that?
Plays with Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill.
Oh my God!
So basically, they're having a dinner or they're at a meeting, and Tim Duncan's already ready to sign.
Oh, that's a good one,
with who?
man.
The
With
Orlando
Orlando.
Magic.
Oh,
Grant
yeah,
Hill
he was
and
the
Tracy
coach of
McGrady.
Orlando in the late 90s, early under. Okay, yeah.
The
Doc Rivers just fucked everything up for everybody, bro. What the fuck?
You got a long history of fucking shit up.
You had one good year.
Because before
You
this
had
segment,
one
when I was prepping for
championship.
this segment, I saw that he coached the Magic, and I was just like, all right, there's nothing had to
Now,
happen
I've
there.
heard
right?
that story, though. Tim Duncan has told this story. He was ready to sign
was
a paper.
going to Orlando. I'm going to say off air because I don't want us to get canceled on another theory.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, Doc Rivers told him at the meeting, no, you can't bring your family
On the
to travel
team
with
plane.
us on the team plane. And Tracy McGrady just like drops his head. Tracy McGrady tells his story too. You can look it up.
Yeah.
He pretty much drops his head like, what the fuck, bro? Why are you telling the greatest power forward what he can't do while we're trying to fucking sign him? This is worse than Kobe telling Aldridge, are you ready to be my number 2 in a meeting in front of all of us family? And what if Tim Duncan actually goes to Orlando? Because I think Tracy McGrady is always, to me, he's always been
Shaq
the third.
was gone already, right?
Yeah.
To
me-
bro, yeah.
No, I was just making sure.
Bro, Shaq was gone before Tim Duncan was
97, right?
drafted.
97, he went to the
96.
Lakers? 96.
Or
Yeah.
Duncan was drafted, but 95, but still, like...
I was just making sure.
That's
This would have got me. This would have got
that
me.
math wasn't mathing.
No, this is the Doc Rivers stinks episode.
Nah, it really does. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck out of here.
No, fuck you, Doc.
Yes. What if Tim Duncan actually goes to Orlando? Because
man.
Tracy McGrady actually played amazing.
Yes.
Around that time, and I always thought he was the third best player on
They
the
wouldn't have
championship
gotten.
team anyway.
I think eventually they don't get Dwight because Tim Duncan's loyal. I think.
Oh, no.
If he
Yeah,
goes
they
to
would not
Orlando,
have been
he
a
would have
number 1
stayed there.
pick. They would have not got a number 1
See,
pick.
you guys always get me in my bag. Never mind. That's my what if.
They would have never had Dwight. Tim Duncan.
They wouldn't have
would
had Paolo
been-
Banchero. No, I'm just playing.
What the fuck?
Just go
They would have never had Paolo Banchero. No, I think. Oh my God, T-Mac. Next
Tim Duncan
to fucking
Grant Hill. And it
Yams.
takes all the mileage off of both players.
Yeah, so
He
Grant
might
Hill,
keep
Grant
Grant
Hill,
healthy.
Ew,
Grant Hill
imagine
and
Tim
T-Mac.
Duncan like on the beach in Orlando. Ugh.
I don't think he would ever.
I don't know
go to
why.
the
I don't
beach.
even know why I said that. I'm
And if
sorry.
he does, he's going.
Top 5 teams. You go first.
I don't have 5 because I don't think nobody deserves 5. Oh wait, East and West combined or in
Just
Yeah,
total,
yeah.
your top 5
Oh,
teams in
okay.
the league right
I
now.
was gonna say what nobody deserves.
I was gonna in each. I just feel like I'm just basing.
Do you
on
want us to
teams
go
I like
first?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. So top 5 teams. Number 1 right now, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. You know,
and they're fun to watch.
they're number 1 in the
That's a
West.
fact.
They're still tied with the Timberwolves. I think our last.
No,
episode,
they're
were tied.
one up. They're
Oh,
one up now. Yeah.
You know, they're still consistent. You know, Shea's still doing his thing. They've won how much in a row? Like 5. They're on a 5-game winning streak
5
now.
game in.
They're beating all the good teams. It's looking scary. I mean, Jalen Williams is also like starting to finally get his recognition as a clutch player, as
He's
a good
nice.
defensive player. Josh Giddey's fuck Josh Giddey, but Josh Giddey's innocent, so they're starting to get him the ball more again. It was literally the day after Josh Giddey would learn that he was going to be innocent, had like a fucking monstrous ass game.
It's not innocent. He wasn't on no trial or nothing. The
Yeah.
cops literally just said they can't come up with any evidence, so it was just done.
Well, fuck Josh Giddey either way. That's the thing that sucks about this Thunder team is that you want to root for him like me, but then they got Josh Giddey. But number 2, I got the Celtics just because they have the best record in the league. It's just tough for me to put them number 1. Number 3 is the Clippers. I think the Clippers are cooking right now. They are They're making some teams look bad. Like today, they're making they made the Celtics look bad today.
You made me look like I don't even know basketball.
You don't? No. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Laker fan bitterness.
He is very knowledgeable on the game. I'm sorry.
Number 4, I got the Timberwolves. I think, they're second in the West. I think they're still doing their thing. I think it was embarrassing to have Cat score so much in a loss. I think it
their coach was lighting them. Chris Finch was lighting them up, bro.
I never knew their coach's name.
You're welcome.
Chris Figs.
I think they got along. I think they still got some ways to go maturity-wise. That's why 100%. I knocked them down to 4. Number 5, I got the 76ers just because they're a threat.
Run through the whole list again?
Honorable mention, the New York Knicks.
Okay.
Because it's just tough to put the Knicks over the 76ers right now.
Not.
So that's my top 5, and that's it.
You want me to go first?
Nah, I'll go. My list is more so based off who is entertaining and who I like to watch. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with a lot of guys. Like, basketball-wise, there's guys that are really, really good. But I just want more impact. I feel like I'm becoming an old head. Like, I'm not asking for...
Becoming.
I'm not asking... I'm not asking for you need to do what Jordan did or Kobe or none of that. But I just feel like you have to stand out. You know what I mean? No matter what your position or role was, guys used to stand out.
Are you about to give us top 5 players or teams?
No, teams.
Oh,
but
okay.
I just...
he's saying who he likes to watch.
A lot of guys that are actually good and the analytics are there, but they're not making me run home from work and wanting to watch them play. A lot of times I see them play in circumstance, and I know they're good. But I remember, one time I was like... I used to say, that's what I'm talking about, Nene! Nene! Literally, him and Kenyon Martin on the Nuggets were
I was going to say, which Nene? Wizards or Nuggets?
You know what I mean? At least I was saying Ronnie Turiaf, get the fuck off the court. Like something, you know what I mean? But anyways, I don't want to rant.
Yo, we love Ronnie Turiaf on this channel, so don't let him ever say that shit again.
Him
I won't.
Curry
I won't.
On my Knicks. I remember when Jamal Crawford, Zach Randolph. Oh, God, remember they were on the Knicks? Oh, my God. But anyways, these are my favorite teams to watch. Of course, number 1, the New York motherfucking Knicks. No honorable mention on this side. Jalen Brunson, but being on the Mavs,
damn, he just slighted you.
Jalen Brunson being on the Mavs, kind of getting discredited for carrying shit while he was out against Utah, having the contract situation with Mark Cuban, and all that debacle going on. Turns around, comes to the Knicks.
It's a good word.
It's a great word. Turns around, comes to the Knicks with Julius Randle and lights shit on fire. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it and who the fuck you're playing for while you do it. So absolutely, Jalen Brunson is the man, the best point guard in the league to me. Opinionated base, best point guard in the league. A fucking point guard with a post-up game. Please stop. It's not even close. OKC, give me somebody else.
Not even close. Luka, Shea, Curry?
Curry has a post-up game?
No, you said best point guard in the league.
Oh, that part. I thought the not even close was about his post skills.
Oh, okay. But you still also
nobody has the footwork Jalen Brunson has right now. He's doing fucking...
Nah, he's a Luka hater, bro.
I'm not a Luka hater.
You are.
Shout out to Luka. Okay, cool. Like, I don't,
cool.
I have a
Does
issue.
he just not count?
See, I don't like the way I'm being treated right now.
HR.
I am going to speak to HR about this shit. Look, I like Luka. He's entertaining. He can play. He's a good basketball player.
Great.
No. See, this is my problem. This is why we clash. Like, goddamn, great gets handed out fast today.
He's not great.
I define greatness by championships. And I feel bad for Kobe. I feel bad for Kobe Bryant.
Has Luka had a team that was finals worthy?
All right, let's get. We're not on Luka. We're not on this topic.
We can go there.
Let's go there. No, sit back. We're going there. I don't care. Fuck the draft. Fuck the redraft.
No.
No, we'll do the draft, but fuck the redraft. No.
Those are clicks.
Look, at the end of the day, I have an issue, and I'm being consistent. I seen the way guys were treated in my era of basketball. I seen the way guys were treated when they wasn't getting it done, and they just wasn't getting great. Kobe had 3 rings, and we were questioning who the fuck he was just because he never did it as the guy. Let me finish.
Luka will get that criticism as he goes along. But he
should get criticized. I didn't say I didn't say he shouldn't get criticized. I said he's not great. How can you get great if the situation is not there for him yet? Cool. Let's see what he's gonna become. But him, Tyrese, Richard
so-
Burton, these guys.
He's 4 years. He's 4 years.
I'm
into
not
his
expecting
career.
a championship out of him, but people are literally calling him great, and it's blowing my
Luka
fucking mind.
is great.
Luka's great.
He's talented.
All right,
He's
so wait.
gifted.
All right, so stop.
Were you about to do this shit the girls?
No, no. So in 2006, LeBron's third year in the league, before he got to any finals or anything like that, was he not considered a great player?
No. He was not considered a great player.
All right, go on with your list.
He was called a great player.
I'm good on this conversation.
Even if you felt like he was a great player,
Third year in this
comparing a
league,
16-year-old who was on Sports Illustrated to Luka is fucking wild.
Luka was playing against grown men at the age that he was
a pro at
absolutely, but the
16.
status wasn't there. He didn't have the status LeBron had.
That status
one had the
was
status.
there.
Thank you. So why would you make
He
an
had
example out of him?
he had
Thank
the
you.
status
You just
of
proved my
LeBron
point.
overseas.
Cool. He just
He's
proved
not
my
American.
point. He
No,
just
he
proved my-
didn't.
Yes, he did.
He had LeBron status
LeBron
overseas.
is a terrible
He's not
comparison
American.
in terms of 3 seasons and being considered great because he was a fucking anomaly. But your average player who is showing upside has to get over those hurdles.
He's
At
not
least
an average
MVP.
player. He's not an
Not average player in terms of his skill set, but a guy who hasn't been brought in with LeBron James hype. They have to prove it. There's things that you have to do. Give me some MVPs. Give me some moments or something before I start saying
Moments?
You're great.
He has some of the greatest moments of the
Bro, he
last
put
4
your
years.
sons
The
down.
last 4 years, he's had some of the greatest moments.
I'm going back to my team.
Playoffs and regular season.
I have the New York Knicks number 1. I have OKC number 2. I love
Okay,
what Shea's
good team.
doing. I love watching them play.
100%.
The young guys.
Is Shea great?
No, he's a good
Okay.
player. He's a good player.
All right,
He's
making sure-
consistent. He
I'm
stays
just making sure you're
consistent.
consistent.
He's a good
Just
player.
making
He
Always
sure-
stays consistent, yeah.
Love the Timberwolves. Love Ant-Man.
100%.
I really
Wait, is
want
Jalen Brunson
Ant-
great?
No.
Okay,
He's a
okay,
good
okay.
player.
Cool. My bad. That's what I'm.
Okay, so his definition of
No, I
great
get
is
it.
just
I get
different
it.
from ours.
I get
That's
it.
all.
The championship.
Understandable.
Strictly, this is
Love it.
bias because
Go for it.
Kyrie Irving's my favorite player. Love watching him play. Love what him and Luka
course,
are
of
doing.
course, of course.
You know, Kyrie Irving proved his greatness in the NBA Finals. But hey, he proved it on the biggest stage of them all
100%,
and hit the shot. You know what I mean, that's what I
And
mean
had
by
a
moment.
40-point grade.
That's what I mean by moment.
He hasn't had the
Hitting the
opportunity
game
for
winner
that moment,
in a
but okay.
3-1. Coming back from 3-1, that's a moment. Believe in shit. I'm gonna tell my grandkids when I'm kids. I'm not telling them the Suns flamed out. Anyways, and the Nuggets. I love Jokic. I love
Good shout out
Jokic's
to Nuggets
game.
because
I just feel like Jokic just doesn't get the credit he deserves. I don't give a
He
fuck
never
if
will.
he has a
He
nonchalant
never will.
personality.
Never will.
But he is great.
Yes.
And he proved he was great on the biggest stage of them all. And
We
Luka
agree.
has a bigger
Calm down.
status
We
than he
agree.
does. That's insane.
What does Jokic have that Luka hasn't had yet? He has a fully functioning great team, and on top of that, Jokic has a few more years. Let's see what
It's
happens.
not my fault that he proved it faster. Okay, you can
He
say
didn't
it's
prove it
sudden-
faster. He didn't prove it faster.
Luka's only been in the
me.
league for 6 years.
Oh, okay.
To
okay.
me, he's
I was
already a
about
great
to say,
player. He's already in. Luka is. You guys consider him a point guard, right? Plays the point guard
Yes,
position
he is
regardless
a
of the
point
size.
guard, yes.
Do you think he's the top 5 point guard of all time?
No.
Okay, I can make an argument that Luka is heading into at least top 10 centers of all time.
Jokic.
And Jokic, pardon me.
Oh,
Yes,
I was
Jokic.
like,
Well,
whoa,
yeah,
that's a
absolutely.
crazy. Yeah, of course.
So if
Of
he's already
course,
being
yes.
considered
Yeah.
of all time amongst the position, which
Yeah, but he
Luka
also
isn't,
been
in the league
point
longer.
guards, 2 MVPs, but that's what I want to see. If Luka
Right.
had 2 MVPs right now, I'd be saying, "Hey man,
If
this kid's on
Embiid
his way."
misses enough games, it's going to Luka. I'll
Yeah,
say
but
that.
Luka was,
Or
And they've been fighting.
Jokic-
They've been projected for him to win this shit for like the last
For 3
3
years, yeah.
years.
But-
and he
that-
still has. You can't give me an MVP.
Bro, he's
Yeah,
not
but
going to win
Jokic is
MVP when his
also-
team isn't good.
Jokic
He's
is
the first
also-
player. Wait, he would be the first player to win with a bad team as an MVP.
No.
No.
But-
Okay, so
But that's
Jokic-
because what
Why does he
Jokic
get
had to
that
do and what
excuse?
Russell Westbrook had to do to win those MVPs.
Scenario based
Jokic
is
has
fine. It's not my
also-
problem. He don't got it. You can come up with all the reasons on why he don't got it. He don't got it.
Jokic also was in the league 5 years longer. So the year that Jokic won his fucking MVP, Luka hasn't even gotten to that year of his career yet.
That's fine.
So-
I didn't say he was never going to get one. I'm just not calling him
But it's
great
just
without
yeah,
having
but
these accolades.
You're also comparing somebody who hasn't had the length.
No, I'm showing
Of
my
time.
consistency that I'm willing to call this man great because he proved it in the regular season, he proved it in the postseason, and he proved it in the NBA.
All right, number
finals.
5.
That's
No,
my
he
list.
said his
I said
five.
the whole
Okay.
entire
He got
list.
his whole list.
Go get him, Matt.
So I got Thunder number 1. They're just the most exciting team in the league. Got a great record. I'm enamored by that team. I got Celtics number 2 just based off of record. But boy, do I not like watching them. Do I not like the stars on their team? They're just the best team in the league.
The further we get along into this, Jason Tatum is becoming the player I hate the most in the league.
He's definitely
hate to admit it.
overrated. He's on that overrated side.
Yeah. Everyone on that team is overrated, in my opinion, except for Derrick White. But
he's another person that has more status, and they're even trying to change up the terminology.
If Jason Tatum does not win this year, I do not want to hear
American
anything. It's what I said about Jokic last year. I said if Jokic does not win the championship last year, I didn't want to hear a thing about Jokic. He won the championship. Great. Tatum, if Jason Tatum does not win the championship this year, I don't want to hear another fucking thing about that guy.
I don't want to cut you off, and shout out to you for being nice to him and giving him an extension. But when he didn't beat the Warriors, that was it for me.
I don't think so.
That was his.
I don't think so.
Older team, the young guy pulls it. Jordan had to do it to the Lakers. Kobe and
That's
Shaq
fair,
had to do it to the
yeah,
Pacers.
Mahomes, you should have done it against Brady. No. You'll never be GOAT now.
Losing to the GOAT.
But I mean, I agree. But I remember when the teams got out of the conference finals and everyone was like, all the Vegas and everything, the odds were like 70% chance Celtics were going to win, and I'm sitting here like I thought it was going to be like a 5.
Yeah, Warriors headed into that with so much.
I was so shocked that the odds were so favored in Boston's favor because I clear cut thought it was
Warriors.
Warriors.
That was the easiest bet. That was the easiest bet I've ever made.
I just thought the team was running better.
A lot of times, like I said, the young guy shows up and takes the bull by the horn and snatch the throne and take it.
Yeah. I agree. So I got Thunder first, Celtics second. I got Bucks third. Now I got what? Second best team in the East. But I got Wolves fourth. Love Ant. The whole team is coming around to him. AD heads to the locker room with a leg injury. Okay.
Who?
AD.
Damn.
And he's talking about trading Brown.
And I'm talking about trading everybody. You're putting words in my mouth.
If he listened to Matt, he would have been gone before that injury.
100%.
Just saying.
And then I got Nuggets.
GM for the Lakers.
And then I got Nuggets fifth. That team still runs flawlessly while everyone is healthy. I love all the pieces
doesn't feel
they
right
have.
this year for me, man.
I just think they're coasting kind of. They got a little bit of a championship.
Yeah,
hangover.
today
I
was
think they're
coasting, man.
For them.
Yeah,
Today was
of
fucking
course.
coasting. Without Maxey and without Embiid, these guys only beat the 76ers by 6.
They play down. They play down to the
competition. Maybe?
Yeah, they play down to the competition sometimes.
But all right, so top 5 players. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
So since our last podcast, Joel Embiid has averaged 40 points a game. And on the other end, Luka has averaged 39 points, 10, I think, assists, and 8 rebounds, or it could be the other way around.
I think it's the rebounds.
Since our last podcast. But I'm going to go ahead and put Embiid first, just because, I mean, honestly, I could put them as a tie. Give me Embiid, give me Luka. I don't really give a damn. Like, a 1A, 1B kind of thing. I think they're both really, really killing it. And then third, I got Shea. I know I had Shea first last time, but I want to see Shea join these two with a really big performance, and I'll put him first again.
Ooh, Shea next up as a big scorer?
I want to see Shea drop like 70 on somebody's head. That would be fucking amazing to watch.
You just don't be shooting the threes like that to do it.
Number 4, I got Giannis.
Okay.
Been very consistent this year, ever since the terrible first couple weeks of the season. And then I got Jokic number 5. I mean, Jokic, you would not think that he's not doing great right now.
Order. Yeah.
You would think that Jokic is not doing big things right now, but since our last podcast, he's averaging, and I love since our last podcast, he's averaging 28, 11, and 9. So, like,
that's
from a fucking center.
So I'll go next just because you probably got a different list than him. I have the same list, just different order, so I'll just go and then save him for last to surprise us.
Devin Booker number 1.
I got Luka.
Devin Booker number 2.
3, 4, and 5. Baby.
I got
Bradley Beal number 3.
All right, now this
Devin
Booker number 4. No, right.
You know why did I be number 6? No, I got Luka number 1 just because same.
Jesus Christ,
he's great.
It's just right now in the league at this current time, Luka is playing as the best player in the league. Wow. I got Embiid as number 2. I got Giannis as number 3 for all the reasons he said. So I'm just going to run these off quick. Got Jokic at 4 though, and then I got Shea at 5. Shay's
He's been
still
pretty
just
consistent.
a young
Shay's been
guy.
like 5 the last 3 times we did this. I think.
Yeah. Shay, I just, I fuck with Shay. Yeah.
All right, Sin, give us your top 5.
Damn, don't sound so disappointed. Don't sound. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. Actually.
No, this is good. Me and Sin could be rivals. We'll both wear blazers every
100%.
every episode.
Damn, no enthusiasm with that.
I got you, big dog. I'm excited.
Thank you. I'm just keeping the same energy. At one point in time, the internet came into play, and criticisms got to an all-time high on players with expectation. And now that we're in a new era, and the younger guys are coming up, they're trying to not keep that criticism. The same Kobe fans who love Kobe and was telling Bron he ain't did this and he ain't did that, they're now trying to not have that same energy for their era, because you guys' era is in full effect. And I'm just that guy saying, hey, I'm going to keep that same energy.
I just think our era is young right now. So like
absolutely.
So like the players like Tatum, Embiid, Luka, Shea, all these guys.
They haven't had the time to prove it fully.
Yeah,
right.
Which is why this year is a big year for guys like Embiid, like Tatum.
Great. Playing great, cool. Making an impact, cool. Greatness is defined.
I get where he's at, because when he hears great, he puts him in all-time great status.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
that's
how I see great is 25 years from now, we're gonna like whether Luka or Embiid win a ring or not, they're still gonna be considered one of the best to ever play this game.
I have Jalen Brunson at number 1. Like I said, impact is just undeniable. Eye test. This man is like a souped-up Tony Parker because he's smaller. So I got to give him a little bit more credit. Watching this guy's footwork, no matter who's on him, who you want to put on me, either way they're getting cooked. He don't even use the pick and roll for weak matchups like Devin Booker and a lot of other guys. You can bring on the best defender. I'm going to fucking cook him too, because he can deal with what I do. Floater, left hand, right hand. Where you want me to go with it? He's a left-handed player that is versatile. Probably one of the most versatile left-handed players I've seen in a long fucking time.
Long time.
Jalen Brunson,
and he's old.
Number 1 for me. Number 2, actually, this guy should have been number 1. I still believe in Jokic. I know the team is. This is new for them. I'm going to be fair. They just had a grueling championship series. You know, Bruce Brown's gone, made some changes. Coach trying to make a name and talking them into shit that they kind of can't get themselves out of. He did a lot of talking in the offseason. So now you got to fucking back it up. But this is new. Winning the championship, what do they call it? The sophomore jinx? The sophomore jinx. This is the second year, and they're saying, hey, we're not a one-and-done team. You know, we're here to do it again. So I'm going to give them a
championship hangover.
Yes, I definitely love watching Nikola Jokic. He's that motherfucking guy. My third is Ant-Man. All right, now, is Ant-Man necessarily, like, blowing people away with the stats and having 70-point games like some of these other guys right now? No. But eye test, effective on the court, can literally... They can be down by 10... Yeah. And this guy can do one thing to deflate the entire fucking defense, and then they go on their run. Yeah. Impacting the game.
Love Ant-Man.
Fuck the numbers. I seen guys that had 30 and they didn't do shit. You know what I mean? But the 30 is eye-popping. 30, 10, and 10. They try to fool people with that. If you watch the game, ladies and gentlemen, he was terrible in terms of the offensive flow. He created no defensive stops. He gave no energy. He played with no effort. He just got to his spots and got his 30 points, but he didn't change shit. So Ant-Man is 100% the opposite of that, and he's doing it in fucking Minnesota. Ant-Man number 2. I hope he gets him an MVP. Good player, playing solid, rooting for him. Can't call him great. Number 4.
Consistency.
Absolutely. Luka.
Okay.
I will acknowledge that the man has been on a tear. Kyrie Irving's been in and out, as we know. My favorite player. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, yo, pause.
Luka reached 12 assists on my fantasy team. Appreciate you.
I'll get that money. Shout out to all the gamblers.
Right on the cue. He said your name. You pop up.
I mean, hey. I don't even know how to build off that. Luka Doncic is definitely playing like a top 5 player in the game. I respect it. I'm a fan of it. I'm not going to front. I am watching him a lot more due to the fact that Kyrie Irving is on his roster. So, did I watch him before? Yes, if the right matchup was playing. Sometimes I just watch Luka just to watch him. Because, honestly, they were hyping him on the jump with Rachel Nichols before he even got to the league. Of course. So, he already had my interest. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say he had LeBron impact coming in terms of everybody speaking on him.
No, he wasn't even the number 1 pick.
The kid from the Spurs. Not like that. But he had a little name coming into the league, and you know the league is trying to expand.
The kid from the Spurs is crazy.
Yeah, I know. I said that on purpose.
Victor, fuck your mama.
Yo, I got Luka at number 4. I just think he's playing good.
But who's number 5?
Shea.
Hey,
Cool. You know, I can
He's
accept
fucking
that.
amazing.
Yeah, he's a fucking demon, bro.
Like, OKC just, and I want to give a shout out to OKC's organization.
Who?
The-
I'm sorry.
Nah, for real. OKC to lose a player like Kevin Durant and then eventually lose their heart and soul in Russell Westbrook and then still.
just say Harden second.
Huh?
Say Harden second.
They gave up Harden. That's on them.
But that was
lost
mad
him.
early.
They lost
But
him
Russell
for 5
Westbrook
minutes.
was their heart and soul for a couple of years, no matter if they won or not. And then they rebounded really quickly. They took a chance on Chris Paul, kept it going, and kept
They
it
had
going.
Melo and Paul George. Don't forget that. Westbrook fucked that up.
Hey, yo, P, you heard they want me to come off the bench?
Facts, which was insane because I believe, and fact check me, ladies and gentlemen, they went on a stretch in the 10 games where they were actually playing very, very well when Melo was he had I think he had a couple 20-point games or close to it. Westbrook was capped out at like 18, 10, and 10, and Paul George was focusing on the defense, and they were fucking killing. And then Melo got injured, and then Paul George did an interview, and they was like, "How do you feel? You know, with it not being the 3 of you and it just being 2?" And he goes, "Oh, no, I got more shots." You know what I mean? And then they stopped putting Melo on the offense after that.
Right. All right.
You can fact check him. I ain't gonna fucking fact check
If you got two
him.
first, if your first and last name is 2 first names, I don't trust you.
Doing a second rounders draft. So we're gonna have a lot of. Are we doing 6-man? Or are we just doing 5 guys?
5 guys.
All right, point guard through center.
Gilbert Arenas.
All right, so you got Gilbert Arenas number. No, we're doing like a draft.
Yeah, that's
okay.
all.
So
I'm drafting Gilbert Arenas first. He
So
was
I
the second
got-
round?
Yeah.
I got no. He's 31st pick. Yep, second round. I got Jokic as my number 1 pick.
I understand.
I think he should have easily been the number 1, but who you got, Big Doe? You got 2 picks here.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely thought I was gonna be able to pick my entire team first. Go ahead.
No, that's why I cut you off.
I was
Yeah,
about to
yeah.
say Gilbert.
All right.
No,
I'm
it's a
gonna-
draft.
Shit, I want to say Gilbert first. Shit.
I don't know,
I
man.
thought I had time.
This is tough.
That's why you start off with point.
All right. I'm taking.
So I understand. I'm sorry.
I'm taking Jalen Brunson and Draymond Green.
Oh, fuck. I fucking knew you were going to take Draymond. But, you know what's funny is, I really thought you were going to pick this player first. So my 2 guard, I'm getting Monte Ellis.
I'm going Ginobili.
Oh, you got one.
You got another pick.
Oh, Ginobili's great.
Dennis Rodman.
Okay. So who I got? I got Jokic and Monte. Okay. You picked Brunson?
Yep.
Who else did you pick?
Trey.
Draymond, fuck. All right, so yeah, that means now the power forwards is real slim. I'm picking Carlos Boozer. Carlos Boozer in the prime was good. In Utah was great. Calm down.
All right, I got 2 picks, so I'm going Willis Reed at center.
Ah, that's a great pick.
And
You know what's funny, real quick? So he was a second round pick, but
when there was like 10.
there was
teams.
9 teams in the league back then. So he was my bad. He was second round.
No, I was
first.
just saying.
He was
Don't
second
tell the
round
viewers.
first pick. He was a 10th pick overall, but it was the second round.
I'm going Michael Redd.
That's a great fucking pick. Hell yeah. Okay. So damn, you picked Gil. Fuck. So my point guard is really left to
Isaiah Thomas.
IT or Mark Price.
Yeah, IT.
Don't shit on Mark Price like that. Yeah, Mark Price was a dog. But I am picking IT. So yeah, I'm picking IT. So yeah, IT.
You got 2 picks here.
I'm gonna spread the floor out. I'm gonna go Tony Kukoc.
Good pick.
These are your last picks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't want to go small ball.
You're at power forward, right?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, you can give or take between.
Oh no, you're up center. My bad, because you got Rodman, right?
Yeah, I got Rodman and I got.
Come on,
Kukoc.
this should be easy for you. Kukoc is definitely your small forward.
Well, he can spread the floor now. Remember, that wasn't a limb.
Yeah.
Now,
But you don't want Rodman as your
change.
center, in my opinion.
No, at the 4, I was saying 3 and the 4. I could switch Rodman and Kukoc.
Okay. Oh yeah. So I mean, your 5 should be easy.
No, what I'm looking at. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm trying to make my team make sense in real life.
That's true.
It's like a little tough to pull
I
out.
don't know. This guy's definitely defensive player of the year and can spread the floor.
Are you talking about first name starts with an A?
Definitely Spanish. Has an all-star brother
I
as
ain't
well.
telling you.
Damn, son.
Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, fuck. You can say Mitchell Robinson, but that's not the player I'm talking about. Sin, the time clock is counting down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll take Rick Moore.
Who?
And Marcus
Psycho.
Gasol was on the board.
I thought he got him already.
He picked Willis Reed.
Oh, shit. I've been going by Marc Gasol's name the whole time. Thinking he got fucking picked already.
And so
I changed my mind, Marc Gasol.
It is a draft, and we do not get second chances.
Well, I said that to my assistant's ear. I didn't say, well, he got it.
And so my small forward, so it could be what? You picked Kukoc. Who'd you pick? Oh, no, you probably, I don't think you
I
picked
don't
a
got
small
a small
forward yet.
forward, yeah.
So that's your last pick.
So whoever you don't take out of these two, I'm taking.
Taking Steven Jackson. Give me that grit.
Oh, wow.
Give me that grit.
And I'm going to go with the reliable sharpshooter, Jeff Hornacek.
That's your 3?
I definitely passed him.
Oh,
No.
man, I should take Chris Middleton.
I was thinking Chris
Wow.
Middleton or Rashard Lewis.
But, all right, so with
Okay.
that...
Run, say the team. Say the
Yeah,
Oh,
run
yeah,
the-
my bad.
You got him right.
So I got Jalen... I don't got your guys', but I got Jalen Brunson, Michael Redd, Jeff Hornacek, Draymond Green, and Willis Reed.
All right, I got Isaiah Thomas, the 60th overall pick, not Zeke.
Oh, trust me, we know.
I got Monte Ellis. I got Steven Jackson. I got Carlos Boozer, and I got Jokic.
I got
Your
agent.
team is going to get cracked.
No,
The
sorry.
defense of that team is so
I
bad.
got agent
Steven
zero.
Jackson's amazing.
But that's it.
He is. I forgot he was my pick.
Nah, IT and Monte is a terrible defensive point or guard lineup.
I got agent zero. Gilbert Arenas.
Go
I got Manu Ginobili.
fire.
I got
Wow.
Dennis Rodman.
At your 3?
Yes. I got Tony Kukoc.
I would have
I'm
Kukoc.
sorry, I got Kukoc at my
Yeah, I was
three.
gonna say, I
I was just
have
saying I
Kukoc
can
at the
interchange
three.
them. That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
put
yeah.
got Kukoc after. I got Kukoc at the 3, Dennis Rodman at the 4, Rick Mahorn at the 5. I easily win.
No
the
Marcus
championship.
Gasol.
Yeah. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, sell your souls to us. We got a lot more content coming. Hope you like this episode. This episode was so good that we left like half of the script out. So we're gonna have
Yeah,
a built-on
we 2
script
hours
for
deep
next.
too. We were going.
So yeah, this is gonna be a good partnership moving forward with Sin.
Who?
And yeah, exactly. Who the hell? No, I'm kidding. And hopefully we'll change his mind about Luka as we get this season moving
Put him
forward.
on my
And
top 5 players.
Tyrese
What else do you want?
Halliburton.
You don't get 2 tries. Let it go.
Wow, we don't get 2 tries on Sin's podcast. All right.